Grindtime podcast. We back on this Thursday. It's grind time. Top of the morning. Good morning, DB. How we doing?
Man, good morning, man. We doing good, man. It's another day, man. We here another day, man.
Another day, brother. Blessed by the Lord. Yes, sir.
Sir, blessed by the Lord. You hear me with late nights, early mornings.
Late nights, early mornings. That order, baby. It's grind time again. Another exciting night in the NBA. Yesterday we had a nationally televised game between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics. Giannis sits out again with a bad hamstring as Jason Tatum and the C's dominate early in that game. They take the game later. It actually got pretty close towards the end. The Bucks crawled back in the game. They ended at 119-122 for the Celtics. They improved to 55-14 losses on the season. The Bucks dropped to 44-25. I didn't really expect much out of the Bucks in that game with Giannis sitting out again because, regardless of the fact that it looks like they play better without Giannis, or Dame plays better without Giannis, or Giannis plays better without Dame, that's not what they brought them together for. They brought them together to win a championship.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, man. But I think they got their pieces in the wrong place.
Milwaukee?
Milwaukee. They got
What you
their
mean by
pieces in
that?
the wrong place.
Okay.
I think they need to move pieces around. A couple players need to sit on the bench. So I think, and me personally, that Lopez needs to sit on the bench. He's not producing enough for us. He's not producing enough for us. No, even though he can shoot the three, he's not. It doesn't matter what you can do if you're not doing it. So I think that they should sit him on the bench.
So he's been inconsistent.
Yeah, he's been consistent, very inconsistent. Put Giannis at the 5. Put Giannis at the 5 because he's gonna give you the boards. He gonna give you at least 20 boards regardless.
So who your 4?
My 4 put Bobby Portis at the 4. Bobby Portis Jr.
Okay.
He can still shoot a 3. Giannis still gonna outrun every big man on the floor.
That sounds like a good lineup, DB. And wait a minute, who your 3?
My 3, Middleton at my 3.
Middleton the starting 3, okay. And then you got Dame Lillard as the point guard, shooting guard. Who?
Then my shooting guard, Beasley.
You gonna start Beasley?
Yeah, you put Beasley. I put Beasley at the 2. At the 2. Then there you have it right there.
Kind of depleting your bench a little bit though, right? Putting Portis in the starting lineup and Beasley because, I don't know, Doc Rivers gonna need some backup support when all 5 of his best players out there, they all gonna get tired together. So what he gonna put in the game? Who the backup's gonna? So that's Lopez? Lopez is the backup now?
Lopez is the backup.
Okay.
He'll sub in for Giannis. They already playing 35, 40 minutes a game anyway. You know what I mean? The bench only getting about 5 minutes a game, so you can adjust as you need to in that time span. You know what I mean?
Right.
You still, you can sub. You can put Beverly in for Middleton. You know what I mean? Just like little stuff like that. You can make them adjustments as needed, but I think that should be your starting 5 when it comes to that. Or you can even take, you could take Beverly, put Beverly at the 3.
Oh, the 3?
Yeah, Patrick Beverly.
Okay.
Put him at the 3 because we want him defensively anyway.
Okay.
Put him at the 3. Put Middleton at the 2. Then you got Dame bringing the ball up court is what we need. Dame bringing the ball up court.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So either way it goes, you got defense on the court. You got a person going to rebound, who going to score in the transition, who's going to beat everybody down the court. and who can't he will not be stopped on the transition.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you got Dame still moving the ball how he need to move the ball. So I think that's be a perfect. I think that'll work for him right there.
That sounds like a good lineup, man. You might have to get in Doc inbox, man.
Yeah, they can cut me my check later, man.
Man, you might have to get in Doc inbox, man. Shoot him that lineup, because that, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. I had a problem with you putting Lopez on the bench until I thought about Bobby Portis at the 4. Yeah, he could stretch the 4 too, because he could shoot the 3 as well as Lopez.
As well as Lopez, that's right. Because Giannis gonna be in regardless, no matter what. Giannis gonna be in. So let's put Giannis at the 5. Let's put Giannis at the 5. Put Bobby Porter at the 4, and we ready to go.
Giannis at the 5, Portis at the 4.
Yep.
Okay, I don't know, man. I don't know if they'll like Doc Rivers doing all of that, but something gonna have to be done, because they can't keep taking L's. But Giannis was sitting out, like I said, so everybody gonna kind of excuse them for the loss just based on the fact that they wasn't at full strength, and the Celtics was. And the Celtics, once again, they had a dominant performance by their leading all-star, Jason Tatum. 31 points, 4 assists, 8 rebounds. Jaylen Brown chipped in with 21, 2, and 8. Man, you ain't beating them boys. Derek White, 23 points, 19 points from Pritchard, 17 from Porzingis. He was out there blocking shots. Man, the Celtics, I don't know, man. Denver got a ball game in for them if they end up meeting the Celtics in the finals.
I mean, if you ask me, they barely won, in all honesty. In all honesty, they barely won.
But they had a big lead early in the game, though.
Yeah, and so what that says is that's bad for us to close it out and almost come take the game at the last minute. The only reason they didn't take the game is because Malik Beasley did that rookie mistake and sent him to the free throw line when he should have just D'd up to play defense and get the turnover.
Yeah, but do you blame Malik Beasley in that point, or do you kind of blame the ref for making such a ticky-tack call late in the game and allowing a foul call to cost the Milwaukee Bucks the game?
Well, if it was a foul, it was a foul. So we can't blame the ref, because if he fouled him, he had to call him, he had to do his job.
Right.
But, you know what I mean? But could he have let it, went past? Yes, I think he could have, because
me too.
We didn't see worse than that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the refs have let worse than that slide. So I think they could have. But for us, Malik Beasley, I understand you trying to play defense, come steal the game and get the highlight. However, it didn't go the way it played in your head.
You know how it is. They crawl back in the game. They that close. They just kind of anxious to get the win. He jumped a little bit. The ref, in my opinion, he should have swallowed the whistle on that one, DB, and let them play that out. Yeah,
because they could have. I mean, it looked like they could have beat them. They were that close. They ain't lose by much. They ain't, you know what I mean? So, I think for the Bucks to have did that, I think the Bucks looking better. I think they looking good, and honestly, they just let us know that the Celtics they're pretty much in trouble, man.
The Celtics are in trouble with a 55-win record.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. They had their good runs. You understand, there was a lot of players who was injured out, who they was playing against during the season.
Just like today, just like yesterday.
Yeah. So they capitalized off of it. And also they on the East. Ain't much on the East going on. If they ran through if it was switched over to the West, I think it'd be much different. I think their record look much different than what it is. You know what I mean? So, when you guys see these good teams every night or every other night, the West is stacked up. That energy depletes, man. That energy depletes.
I agree. Okay. Well, Milwaukee did put on a good performance yesterday without their superstar, man. Middleton can't, this is like his second or third game back. He had 22 points, 6 and 6. Dame had 32, 6 and 4, and Bobby Portis had 24 and 15 boards. So they ball for real. The guys, I guess, who you definitely all say should all start alongside Giannis and you said Malik Beasley.
Yeah, Malik Beasley.
And Malik Beasley.
Yeah, you can put Malik Beasley out there too. if you wanna, or you can put him at the small forward. Cause anywhere go, he can shoot the ball. He can spread the floor.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But if you look for a little more grit to it, pull out my league, put in some defense, which is Patrick Beverly.
Beverly. Okay, yeah, you said Beverly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, put Middleton at the 2. You still got, like I said, you still got Dame bringing the ball up the court.
Right.
So so and then there you have it with that. And even with that being said, they still shot 48% from the 3-point line last night.
That's the Bucks.
That's the Bucks.
Okay, that's what probably got them back in the game then.
Yeah, and Boston shot 45%. You know, so
that's a shootout, boy.
Yeah, it's a shootout. You know.
Yeah, man, it's a shootout. But that was a good game, man, between the Bucks and the Celtics yesterday. I just would have liked to have seen it at full strength, since that's more than likely what we're going to get in the playoffs. If they actually met, we would get Giannis and Dame, regardless of how they played in the regular season. Separate, they would play them both together in the playoffs, and I would have liked to seen that preview before we get there. But the Bucks lost the game 119-122 to the C's. And we had another game last night between a pretty good, well, what should be a couple of pretty good teams, but one of the teams is missing their superstar, Joel Embiid. He's been gone pretty much for most of the season. That's the Philadelphia 76ers. They go to Phoenix and lose the game 102-115 to the Suns. The Suns were actually led with 32 points from Grayson Allen. And actually a couple of their stars didn't play too well. With them regularly having Grayson Allen have to be a big part of the offense, DB, do you think this is going to be enough for the Suns to do anything in the playoffs at all?
Yeah, honestly, I don't. Because he's not going to give you that every game.
Mm-hmm.
He's
definitely not 32.
He's not giving you that every game. You know, he had his night. He was on fire, obviously. You know what I mean? But he's not going to give you that every game. And then, especially if he got 32, Malik Beasley got 3 points, and you got Devin Booker with 18. Like that's not.
That's crazy, man.
Enough.
It's not
gonna be enough.
Bradley Beal didn't have a great game either.
Yeah, he didn't. Bradley Beal, he didn't. He had 3 points.
3 points. Look how many minutes he played.
Look how many minutes he played. Yes, he played 37 minutes.
And got 3 points.
He got 3 points. Played 1 minute more than Kevin Durant, which has 22 and 8. You know,
do you think that they just ain't working? Maybe them that big 3 just don't work?
I don't think it does. I don't think it does. I think you have too many. Honestly, I think you have too many guards
to do the same thing. Yeah, too many guards on the floor. It's like 3 guards on the floor. KD just a big guard, man.
Big guard. A big guard. That's it. That's all he is. And I think every last one of them need the ball. Yep. You know, and I think they're trying to force something that that's just not working. It's not meant to be, man.
I agree with that, man. For some reason, man, the Phoenix Suns and that little thing that they got going on over there don't work. Philly don't have their superstar. They should not be that close in the game. Phoenix shouldn't be losing games the way that they losing games, considering what they did to bring all 3 of them together.
What they did to bring all of them together. And like I said, man, KD, he's just a good role player, man. He, you know what I mean? Every player on his team is a Robin that needs a Batman. That's just what it is.
But Booker led the team to the finals.
Who was on that team? Who's on that? Who else was on that team? Chris Paul. Chris Paul was on that team too. Chris Paul played a part in that, and you got a couple others who played a part in that. But somehow they made it. They made it work better than they making this work.
They did. But they had a different coach though. They had Monty Williams, whereas you got Doc Rivers over here. And you know the story behind Doc Rivers, and they asked for him.
Well, you talking about for the Suns?
Yeah. Oh no. I'm wrong team. Right. I'm thinking about The Milwaukee Bucks. Yeah, the Suns. Oh, no, the Suns got Frank Vogel. Frank Vogel, the old Lakers coach that won the championship. I just don't think he a good coach. Because I don't really give him many props for the Lakers winning that championship in the bubble. It was more just LeBron was coaching the team.
Yeah. I mean, right. I mean, LeBron's a coach himself. Mm-hmm. So, but I just don't think that this team is just not meant to be, man. I think every last one of them, they need a dog on their team. They need to be on a team where it's a dog on it that's lead the team. You know what I mean? And they need to be that other piece that fills in. But something like
they've all been the best player on the team, though. All three of them.
They have all. Well, no, they all played a part in being the best player on the team. I don't think that they've been the best player on the team because KD, he was at Golden State. Who was the best player on the team?
Well, he got all of the MVPs in the finals, so most people will say that he was the best player. A lot of people say he was, but a lot of people say that it was Steph Curry, obviously.
It was Steph. They wouldn't have, no matter what they did, they wouldn't have made it there without Steph being who he was on that team. Damn year. You know what I mean? It took him to go over there to Golden State to even get the win, to even get the ring. Yeah, he played that part, but see, it was
a big part, DB. We know that Golden State wasn't beating LeBron no more if they didn't get KD.
But he was just enough. He was just enough.
How was he just enough? They blew LeBron them out.
But what I'm saying was, he was just enough over a little bit to get them to where they need to be.
To put them over the top, right?
Put them over the top. And anybody, let me say something. If you send anybody that's decent to the Golden State Warriors, and we gotta already worry about Steph and worry about Clay, it's gonna be evident that somebody else is gonna eat. Somebody else is, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else is gonna do more.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Somebody else is gonna get off and gonna get their rocks out. That's how Jordan Poole did his thing. He was able to get his shine on because we had to worry about the Splash Brothers. One of them just a brother now, but they were Splash Brothers back then.
But he still had to put the ball in the hole, and he did when he was with Golden State.
He had to put the ball because it wasn't that much pressure, and it's easy to come and be better with a team that's already living up to the hype. A team that's already running it.
And that's the same thing you feel about KD when he went there.
That's the same thing I feel about KD when he went there. It's just, you know what I'm saying? If we go back, we check the highlights. It's just easy. If anybody watched them games in that time, knew that it was more easier for them to get that off because you had too much firepower on that team.
Yeah, but KD was a big part of that firepower though. That's what made them so hard to beat, DB.
Well, they was already hard to beat.
They was
already hard to beat.
But so they got beat though.
But if you add a 7-foot player that shoot the three.
But honestly, you know DB, if you add that player to any team, you got a championship chance. That's why everybody who get Kevin Durant think they finna go to the finals.
But it's not the truth.
It ain't the truth.
Because obviously now you don't have because now you don't have everything you had in Golden State. So now we know what he finna do. Lock him up. He got locked up last year.
Mm-hmm.
We know what he finna do. So now all the attention is on him and his mans. They ain't going nowhere. They locked up. And they he's not big enough. He's tall enough, but he's not strong enough. He's not aggressive enough. They gonna put a body on him. They gonna bump him up a little bit. You know what I mean? Knock him off his square. Kill his. You know what I'm saying? Kill his momentum. The heart really there? Is the toughness really there?
Mm-hmm.
No. So
yeah, he got in the play-in right now. He got the Lakers or the Warriors to worry about in the first play-in game. Yeah, I don't think Phoenix is in good shape. Just even right there in the play-in, they might not even make it in the playoffs.
No, they not. You know, him Him and he was just he was just with Brooklyn. We
Mm-hmm.
see how that went in Brooklyn. They did all
Yeah.
that for Brooklyn, and
Yeah, but he was literally an inch of a foot on a 3-point line away from taking the Brooklyn Nets to the finals, I believe, because they would have won that series, or they would have been up like in the series. I don't know if that was the game that they would have won it, but I know that he barely missed a shot, or he ended up making a 2-point shot that should have been a 3, but his foot was on the line, and they should have won a game against Milwaukee the year that they won the championship. See, that was KD's year, in my opinion, to take a team to the championship. He just fell short against Milwaukee.
yeah, he wasn't winning that.
Well, Milwaukee beat who did they play in the finals that year? I think it was the Phoenix Suns. Yeah, Milwaukee beat the Phoenix Suns in the finals. Yeah.
So
that was the Chris Paul Phoenix Suns and the Devin Booker Phoenix Suns. Milwaukee beat them.
Yeah.
You don't think Kevin Durant and the Nets would have beat that team? I think they would have too.
So you think Kevin Durant would have beat the Phoenix Suns?
Yeah, in the finals. The year that the Milwaukee Bucks won, because they barely didn't beat the Bucks in the conference finals.
So you had Kyrie on that team, you had James Harden on that team, right?
But they both was hurt, and that's why Kevin Durant was playing Superman in that game, because both of those guys was hurt. No, I think Kyrie might have been playing somewhat, but he just wasn't playing that good. But I know James Harden was hurt. But I think Kevin Durant would have won that finals against the Suns.
I mean, it's hard to say that he would or he wouldn't. Nah, we'll never know.
Mm-hmm.
We'll never know at this point, But
for sure. Kevin Durant always a good discussion, though, man.
He is, but now that all this have happened, will he be able to pull it off now?
He definitely not pulling it off this year, but it ain't over for him. He still got game left. He still got time left in his career, I think.
He missed that window. And let me tell you, the only way they gonna win if he gonna win another chip, is if he go to somewhere where
it's not back to Golden State, because Golden State is over.
Yeah, it's over at Golden State, but if he went to Golden State, would they have a chance? I don't think he would have a chance to Golden State. So send him to the Lakers.
Send him to the Lakers, baby. You already knew that was coming. All right, man. It was more games last night. We also had the Miami Heat and the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Donovan Mitchell-less Cleveland Cavaliers. Jimmy Butler did have a pretty good game last night as the Heat beat the Cavs 107-104. The Cavs only lost by 3 points without Donovan Mitchell. That just kind of goes to show you, in my opinion, just how bad the Miami Heat been playing this year.
Yeah, Miami. Yeah, man, Miami, they just ain't got it in them this year, man. But I'm not gonna say they don't. They do. They've been sucking.
Yeah, I think they suck this year, man. I don't think Spo been doing that good of a coaching job. He always been known as one of the best coaches in the NBA, but this year, that team been very, very inconsistent. They can't keep Jimmy Butler don't seem to be able to stay healthy or in the lineup for a very long time. Every time I look at them, he always out.
Yeah, and he just I don't know, but he went on the track like this last time where you just didn't count him in, and then you just ain't see it. But something about that playoff Jimmy is different. You know what I mean?
Jimmy.
So yeah, playoff Jimmy is different, man. So maybe they can make it into the play-in, do enough to make it to the play-in.
They in the play-in right now because they in the 7th spot in the East. It's them 7, the Sixers is number 8, the Bulls is number 9, and then they got the Hawks at the bottom. I believe between the Hawks and the Bulls being one of the teams that they have to play in the play-in, they should easily beat them and be in the playoffs. And then the Miami Heat are always dangerous once they in the playoffs.
Yeah, they always dangerous, and that's what I'm saying. And we all seen Jimmy with his back against the wall when it was time to rumble. We seen what it was.
He a pressure player. I agree.
Yeah. So that's why it was probably important that Dame went to Miami. Because if Dame went to Miami, he knew he got that piece over there. I think that would have been a bad combination.
It would have. I think so
You
too.
know?
I think if Dame would have went to Miami, and Miami even was playing the way that they playing right now, they'd be a very dangerous team in the playoffs because Jimmy turns it up once the playoffs start.
Jimmy turns it up once the playoffs start, but he gave you 30 last night.
He
gave you
did.
30 last night.
Mm-hmm.
He did it. He pulled it off.
Mm-hmm.
He had some help. From the team.
But I believe if Donovan Mitchell was there, they lose that game.
Yeah. It's a good chance. It's a good chance. I wouldn't say they wouldn't have won it. I think that with Mitchell there, they would have won. Like you said, yeah, because Mitchell, he's different.
Different guard.
Yeah,
different player to guard.
If Mitch, with Mitchell not being right now, him still on that recovery trip and everything like that, will he be back in time for the playoffs?
Yeah, he coming back for the playoffs for sure. I think that's all they doing is just making sure that he good for the playoffs because they already in there. They already going to be one of the better seeds in the East, probably in the top 4 more than likely. So they'll get an easy team in the first round, and then they're gonna have to strap up and be ready for that second round.
Yeah, right. So you think he'll be able to run hard enough to do whatever he needs to do to pull it off?
I don't know, because the health. I mean, he out right now, so it's easy to say that he could come back and hurt himself again because he just did.
And that's what I'm looking at right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at the time span that we got for this thing.
Oh yeah, because the playoffs finna come. I mean, it ain't many games left, man. It ain't many games left at all. And I'm just looking at the playoff standings right now. Everybody's last 10 games. Yeah, the Cavaliers 4-6 in their last 10 games. Miami 5-5 though. So they last 10 games, they won 5 and they done lost 5. So they ain't playing that well either. But the Celtics, they 8-2 in their last 10 games. They the most dominant team. Them and the Denver Nuggets, they're the ones who got the best record in the last 10 games. They both 8-2 that are at the top of the conferences. So in my opinion, I think the Denver Nuggets rounding in the playoff form, and I think the Celtics getting in the championship mode too.
Yeah, and I honestly, I don't think nothing on that East. Want to see nothing on that West. That's just me, honestly. I just think, I just think the pressure in that East is never going to be intensive, and it's never going to be
as strong as
intensive
the West.
enough. Yeah. To sustain what's to come on that West and what they got to face on that West. I just think that they have a too good of a cakewalk
right
on that.
They just got an easy ride through the East.
Yeah, they got an easy ride through the East.
I feel you.
What I mean? So
until they see them Western Conference champions, I guess the more than likely the Denver Nuggets, but we gotta wait till it start to see. So so Jimmy and them win the game last night in Cleveland. We also had the Clippers and the Blazers last night. Kawhi and the Clippers. Kawhi and PG lead the Clippers to a win over the Trailblazers, 116-103. Yeah, Portland season pretty much done. I'm sure DeAndre Ayton dialing it in at this point. The Clippers improved to 43-25. Yeah, it seems like PG and Kawhi are where they need to be right now, DB, going into the playoffs. So I think that's the best sign that the Clippers could have.
I mean, that's where they was at before Harden came on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Before Harden came to the team, you know what I mean? They was already doing their thing, outside of whatever transpired with them being injured or
they just always end up injured in the playoffs. And I think the thing about Harden is he is a insurance policy that if one of them get hurt, Harden can just start shooting.
Yeah, he'll just start shooting, but Harden is a bad insurance policy if you ask me.
Wow. Harden that hood insurance, huh?
Yeah, sir. He
don't buy that.
He that insurance where police pull you over, you just give them the insurance card, but ain't no number to it.
Right.
That insurance policy.
Right. Nah, man, James Harden a good insurance policy, man. I think they did good trading for him because, like you said, every year these dudes be injured in the playoffs. That's old, bro. Because I'm sure the Clippers organization and the fans ready for that team to break up if they have another year like they done had the last 3 years. So Harden, like I said, he a decent insurance policy. You hope he put it this way. He not a bad insurance policy, not as bad as you described it. He just that insurance policy you don't want to have to use. You like, man, look, I got insurance, but I don't want to file this claim, bro.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's right. Hey, how it go? I'll pull you off. Walk up to the window. Hey, how's it going? License and registration, please.
Right.
You just say he the insurance policy. You don't want to.
You don't even want to give it to him.
You fall around in the glove box. When can you pull it off? Because you know it ain't right.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
no, it ain't right.
Man, you know it ain't right.
That's crazy. So, you just hope it's right if you have to use it. And he held, at least right now, he healthy going into the playoffs because they don't got Russ.
Yeah, we gonna see because they been in that position before. We seen him with Embiid. We seen it with Embiid. We seen it with other teams in the past, man. And it's just a known, proven fact that we've seen this numerous of times of what he put out during them playoff times when that pressure hit. He don't produce. Yeah,
but he not in them situations, he was the second star. In this one, he's the third star.
So you think it's gonna be as easy for him?
Yeah, because he got he got 220 to 30-point scores he should have every night in the playoffs, right? And all he got to pitch in is 10 assists, maybe 15 points. Should be a win.
I don't know. We ain't got Rush there. Rush ain't there to save him this time. Ain't no Rush there.
Norman Powell, Terrence Mann. They got a good squad, man. The Clips got a squad, if you ask me.
Yeah, they got a good squad, but at the same time, like tonight, you know, he had 19. They played the Trailblazers tonight.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
A team with 19 wins.
They exactly like so they should have won that game.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like put them up against somebody who means something. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. You know what I mean? Especially like I said,
man, that was an efficient game, man. Harden had 19 and 14, DB.
Yeah, 19 and 14 against the Trailblazers, though.
That insurance policy looking pretty good right now, DB. I don't know, man.
Trailblazers.
I might show the police, man. Here, man, 19 and 14 on this one, bro. I'm straight.
And he gonna come back and say, you know what he gonna say?
What?
Do me a favor, please step out the car.
You step out the car, please. I just want to ask you a couple more questions, right? So nah, you don't want no questions, bro. You about to strike me in. Yeah, that's crazy. But Portland, they had a few players that had a ball game. Murray had 17. DeAndre Ayton, he had 8 points and 7 rebounds last night, so he ain't played that good. But Anthony Simons showed back up, 14 and 4 rebounds. So they had a good showing, a decent showing in Portland last night, but they lost the game to the Clippers, as they should, with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard being healthy and scoring as well as they did.
And Ayton only giving you 8 points.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
That's a max player. He say he a max player, bro.
And he's not producing you nothing. He's not giving you nothing.
Right.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, what he said, go and step out the vehicle for me.
Right.
There's not.
Hey, the DeAndre Ayton insurance policy, bro. I ain't even walking in that office. Ain't no insurance on that. That ain't no insurance. That's a scam. Real talk.
A scam. Trying to tell you for real. So. Are you happy with that, man?
Yeah. We also had another game last night. We had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Chet Holmgren going off last night against the Utah Jazz. They combined for 66 points last night, DB. Chet and Shai, man, they on a roll, man. In my opinion, the Thunder are the scariest team in the Western Conference this year.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Them young boys.
They could get the Thunder to me.
And they could. I think the only thing is gonna boil down
the Nuggets. They could get the Nuggets.
Yeah. They can get the Nuggets to me. You know what I mean? Where they it's a strong possibility, but it's gonna boil down to experience, and it's gonna boil down. We know they're good, but we know they're small also, as in for his body wise, for his bumping body. They're not gonna be able to bump bodies with nobody. When you put that body on him,
Chet Holmgren is a skilled player, bro. He had 30-something points last night, man. He balled.
He did. But against the Joker,
right? It's a different ball game. Oh yeah,
it's a different ball game. You know what I mean? Like the Joker averaging a triple double. You know what I mean? Like so. He played against the Jazz last night. He only had 3 rebounds. You not finna be able to hold.
Yeah, but he scored 30 points though.
It don't matter.
I mean, maybe he was just a little bit more focused on being an offensive player last night than defensive and grabbing rebounds. Man, sometimes it be like that. Sometimes they need you to do a different job.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Sometimes they need to do a different job, but when you got a player that's gonna come through and he's gonna give you everything in one, you know what I'm saying?
35 points in 31 minutes. It just looked like he was just focusing on scoring all of the time. I mean, he had Shea. Shea chipped in with 31 and 7, and then you also had Williams chip in with 18 points. Man, they big three, bro. You can't stop them guys, man.
Well, my bad, because Holmgren he had 14 rebounds, so he did good. He did good.
35 and 14. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You was looking at Shea. Yeah, Shea had 3 rebounds.
Yeah, Shea had 3 rebounds. No, that's a good matchup. You know what I mean? But like I said, the Joker's still gonna give you a triple double. You know what I mean? He's still gonna give it to you
all day.
So all day. So only how you can stop that triple double from the Joker, you gotta score. You gotta hit the shots. Cause he can't rebound nothing that's going in here. He gotta take the ball back out.
Right.
So it's gonna be a good game though. I agree with you. It's gonna be a good match off.
If they meet, but if they met, it would end up being in the conference finals because they 1-2 right now.
Yeah. So if they meet, but
it'd be a good conference finals.
Size, aggressiveness, and experience, I think the Denver Nuggets got them.
How you think your Lakers match up against OKC? What if the Lakers get that 8 spot and they end up seeing OKC in the first round?
I think OKC losing. I think it's still boiled down to the same. We seen it. They 3-1 to them right now.
That's true.
3-1 to them right now, and I see it. You're not beating the Lakers on a the Denver Nuggets barely beat them. They beat them, but they barely beat them.
You think Chet can hold AD?
I don't.
You think AD can hold Chet?
I do. I do, and I think AD gonna show. He's gonna show him like you two look like you a little dude. You know what I mean? He's gonna because he's a younger. He's a younger guy. He's a smaller guy. He knows that he feels that the energy is different. He's gonna take advantage of it, especially when LeBron set the tone.
Right.
Especially when LeBron set the tone, everybody's gonna get more aggressive. Everybody is gonna that boost of confidence and energy is gonna come up.
Yeah, but you got Jalen Williams, you got Shea Gilgeous-Alexander still to worry about too. 2 guys who could easily give you 25. Shea who regularly give you 30, 35.
Yeah, but they could be stopped though. They could be stopped. And if he the only person give you 30 and ain't nobody else producing,
who on the Lakers gonna stop it though?
They stopped it last time.
Yeah, they beat them 3-1.
They gonna be stopped. They're most definitely gonna be. We did it, and guess what? We did it without Vanderbilt.
Right.
And we did it without Vanderbilt. So we don't. So that just goes to show you that we did it without our defensive anchor. So I know we can do it again. You know what I mean? So they got their ways. They got their number. They gonna call him up.
Okay.
It's gonna be a party.
Yeah, well, I hope to see a good couple of rounds from the Thunder. I hope they don't get knocked out early, that's for sure, because they're a good team to watch. But the Thunder win their game last night. We also had the Golden State Warriors and the Memphis Grizzlies face off last night. The Jollis Grizzlies fall to the Warriors in the Bay, 116 to 137. You see that game, DB? How Golden State looked last night?
They looked good. They looked pretty. They looked all right.
Okay.
They looked okay. They looked okay.
I see 26 from Kuminga. I see 22 from Wiggins. I see 14 from Steph, but only in 24 minutes. I mean, what was they blowing them out? They just sat Steph down or something?
Nah, you don't get 24 minutes. Nah, it was a back-to-back game for a while.
Okay.
I think Steph going through that ankle thing, man. And I think they're trying to stretch him out and reserve him and keep that and watch that ankle and keep that pressure up off of it as much as possible to get it where they need to go to. So they felt like that they could pull it off,
right?
So someone else, or like it was going good somewhere else, and they had to pull him out due to those situations. Then I think that's what happened, because Steph being out at a time like this.
They probably just trying to keep him. Yeah, you probably right, because he did have an ankle thing just a minute ago. They probably trying to keep him fresh for the play-in.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But at the same time, knowing that they had to win this game to be able to still
stay
be in
in
the play-in.
Yeah.
They goes to tell me that Steph has a problem with that injury. And they had to pull him out.
Yeah, because they almost not even in the play-in. You right about that. They still right there, and they still have a small possibility to fall out of that spot. And that's crazy. Who would have ever thought that the Warriors would be battling for the last spot in the playoffs, the very last spot in the playoffs, number 10.
Yeah.
That's how it go, though. And Klay Thompson did show up, though. He had 23 points yesterday. Maybe Klay can take this little momentum he didn't caught into the playoffs. What you think?
Nope. Nope. I don't think so, man. You know, that I ain't convinced.
Just not consistent enough.
He's just not consistent enough. And then Steph, especially with Steph being out, Klay coming off the bench. Yeah, that's all good and fine and dandy. You got Steph playing the whole game at the top of his game, and then you got Klay to come in to add on off the bench.
Okay.
That's fine and dandy. Like, I can take that now. I'll be more convinced with that. But with no Steph in the game, and you got Klay coming off, and he's not what he used to be, I just don't see it. You know what I mean? Draymond not gonna give you much. You know what I'm saying? Kuminga did his thing tonight. You know what I mean? He was really aggressive attacking the boards and everything like that.
You know, I like Kuminga. Kuminga be balling. But Draymond ain't do too bad. He had 10 points and 12 rebounds. And for Draymond to give you a double-double going into the playoffs, I mean, that's pretty much all you can expect from him.
Yeah. So, I agree. You know what I mean? You're not going to get too much. You know what I'm saying? He's a good facilitator, but you're not going to get the numbers that you would need for him to pull in order to pull it off. You know what I mean? So I just don't think that they have it, man. And if you ask me, I'm actually surprised that they won that game last night, because I thought we were going to be getting up today talking about them losing and taking that L. So
to the Grizzlies, that would have been crazy.
They surprised me.
Yeah, the Grizzlies didn't get a lot of help from Desmond Bane yesterday. It might be why they lost the game. He had 6 points. Jackson II scored 35 points. Jaren Jackson Jr. 28 and 27 points from Aldama, as the Grizzlies fall to the Warriors 116 to 137. All right. And we also had last night, that's Phillies, Bucks, Warriors, Jazz, Clippers, Miami. Yeah, that pretty much was the night in the NBA last night.
Yeah, that pretty much was tonight.
It was. I mean, the biggest thing going on now is just the playoff standards are starting to round up pretty good. So, Yeah, them last 10 games, a lot of teams not looking good. The Pelicans doing pretty good in the last 10. They 8-2. I'm actually surprised that the Pelicans got the 5 spot in the West. You think Zion might ball in the playoffs, DB? Because he got the Clippers right now in the first round. What you think about that matchup if it was to happen? The Clippers versus the Pelicans.
I'm surprised. I don't see how they managed to make that, but
You talking about the Pelicans?
Yeah, I think the Clippers gonna take it. I think if everybody healthy and ready to roll.
No Russ though.
No
Russ and that bad insurance policy you just told me about.
And that bad insurance policy. So I think it's just hard. It's just hard to say. I mean, you can't really depend on that bad insurance policy. Really, you can't. But all honestly, with Kawhi and George, I think they could probably pull it off. With
Zion healthy though, Zion ain't never really been healthy going into the playoffs. Zion healthy, Brandon Ingram healthy. Who knows?
I don't know. You right.
CJ McCollum. It's the playoffs, and the thing is, once it starts, it's even. It's 0-0, and guys just kind of look at it like that, and it's like, hey man, we got as good a chance as anybody. Let's go.
I agree with that. I agree with that. And Brandon Ingram, everybody got to show up. You know what I mean? Brandon Ingram got to show up. Zion got to show up. You know what I mean? His head space got to be clear. You know what I mean? Mine got to be
free of all his little problems he be having.
Yes, most definitely. So he got to be able to be. He got to be able to be free-minded and everything like that, and just ready to play. I know he's gonna be a little faster or a little swifter because he's down 25 pounds.
Is he?
So you know what I mean? Yeah, he dropped 25 pounds.
That's scary.
So So that's the difference.
He mess around, be jumping out the gym.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be jumping out the gym, most definitely. Especially when you used to carrying all that weight on you, man, and you lightening up. And, you know what I mean? Like you just feel like you can lift sandbags. You can jump with sandbags. So it's gonna be a good.
That'll be a good one. I think that'll be a good one too. The other matchup possibility right now in the West is the number 3 plays Timberwolves versus the number 6 Sacramento Kings. What you think about that one? Now you gotta keep in mind, no cat. It's just
no cat. That's gonna be a good one. But I gotta go with the Kings, man. I gotta go with the Kings.
I think the Kings will win it too.
In spite of what Ant-Man
Anthony Edwards is doing, yeah.
I think the Kings gonna snatch it, man.
I think the Kings will take it, huh?
Yeah, they small, man, and even though they got some bonus there, and then they got that grit to them, man. They got that grit. It seems like they can handle that pressure, man. It seems like they got that edge, man.
I agree. Because they balled last night. Yeah. I mean, they balled the night before last. Yeah. They had a good showing. That team always show up, man. Monk, Fox, and Sabonis. Yeah, they're gonna be a hard out in the playoffs, bro. I think only the top 2 teams are like guaranteed to beat them if they face them. I think if the Thunder face them or the Nuggets face them, they'll easily beat them.
Yeah, you say easily beat them, huh?
Yeah, I think so. I think they'll easily beat the Kings. But the other matchup down there would probably be the number 7 Mavericks if they win the play-in versus the Nuggets. The number 2 Nuggets. What you think that'll be like in the first round? Joker versus Luka.
Man, you know what?
I actually give the Mavericks a chance in that.
I give him a chance.
That's a good matchup, DB.
I give him a chance. It's a good matchup, but I give him a chance, but I just don't think that they're gonna be able to. In that series, yeah, man, they're not gonna hold against the Denver Nuggets.
You don't think so?
I don't think they.
But see, Luka got such a game control to me. He know how to slow down the pace of the game. And he could just kind of take control of the game to me. And you already know Kyrie Irving on that. They just beat him.
Well, that's what the Denver Nuggets do also. cause Joker do the same thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he
like,
can't
Joker
change the pace of the game. You're right.
Yeah, and then he already got he already run fast, slow. You know what I mean? So, he came out of the court, and you know what I mean. He got this kind of like stop, pause, and mid-air, and
I call it traveling, but I know what you're talking
about. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? And I think they got the same type of game play a little bit. I just think that I think it come down to firepower. That's what I think it come down to. I don't think it's gonna be a high rebound. I could be wrong, but I don't think it'll be a high rebounding game. I think this will be a high assist game.
Assist game. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty good matchup. Well, that's the Western Conference preview. Take a look real quick at the East. We got number 4 Knicks against the number 5 Orlando Magic. How you think that one to turn out?
Give me the Knicks.
I'll take the Knicks too. I think Jalen Brunson will run all over Banchero and the Magic. Yep. And then we would also have the number 3 Cleveland Cavaliers, hopefully with a Donovan Mitchell versus the Pacers. Who you got in that one? Personally, I'm torn. Personally, I'm torn. I like them both. I want both of them to win and go.
I know you like them both. Give me the Cavs, man. I go with the Cavs. With Donovan
I think
Mitchell,
the Cavs will take it too. Yeah, because Halliburton haven't been playing that good since he been back.
Yeah.
And then what would also happen if the Heat were to beat the play-in team, it would be the Heat versus the number 2 Bucks in the first round. Who you got in that one?
Give me the Bucks.
I'm taking Miami in that one. I think Miami will take that one personally. I think it'll be close. I think it'll go 6 or 7, but I think Miami will get him. I do. And then also the number 8 76ers against the number 1 Celtics. I think I'm pretty sure who you are taking that one.
Of course. Most definitely, hands down.
No Joel Embiid.
Oh, Joel Embiid. Give me the green bean, baby. Give me the Celtics.
Give me Team Green, baby. Give me the home team. JT.
JT.
Yeah. We are the Grindtime Podcast. Catch us Monday through Friday. In the morning, me and DB. We out of here today, y'all. Peace.